presentation, I had to complete a stakeholder presentation. And each one of those stakeholder presentations covers a standard for instructional leadership. So today we're going to cover professional culture for teachers and staff. So I have a few questions I want to ask you, but the first thing I want to do is let you guys introduce yourself to for the panel discussion today.
My name is Bessie Stallworth, and I am the History Department Chair.
Tiffany Hall, Science Department Chair.
Ruben Mitchell, Fine Arts Department Chair, as well as Band Director and Assistant Administrator.
Well, thank you all for that. So we're going to start with our first question. Questions are part of our panel discussion today. And the first question is, how does the campus acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate the contributions of students, staff, and community members toward the realization of the campus vision?
What I can think of is one thing that we do as faculty is to ensure that whatever the faculty does, it does not go unnoticed. So one thing that we do here is the marigold, in which you receive a marigold for your efforts or for whatever you did to the contribution of the school to help that it runs good.
Okay. And if I'm speaking on the campus vision, which our vision for the school year is bridging the gap. What we do as far as students are concerned to bridge the gap is we acknowledge and celebrate their accomplishments, specifically on standardized tests such as the ACT. So the gap that we're trying to bridge is the gap between what our students are making as far as their grade on coursework and what they're scoring on those high-stakes standardized tests like the ACT. There's a huge disparity between the two. So we are going to be celebrating students that make a 25 or higher with our top 25 live area that will have a plaque for the student and their picture if they scored 25 or higher on the ACT to celebrate their efforts towards closing that gap or bridging the gap, as our vision says.
Okay. All right. So that covers students and faculty. What about the community members?
Community, I would say, definitely PTO.
PTO, yeah.
Getting the parents involved.
But also we make sure that we recognize the accomplishments of those people that assist us throughout the year. We make sure that we bring them in to invite them to various award ceremonies. Anytime that we are having some type of special function, we make sure that we bring them in, we recognize them at their function, and also what they do on a regular basis. So that way, not only does the faculty know what's going on, but also the students know that their contributions that our outside agencies are making towards our school.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Thank you all. All right, so the second question says, how are these contributions and achievements effectively communicated to the staff, students, and community?
I would say when something happens within the school, as far as student achievement or whether it's with faculty, there's always coverage from the Anderson Star, which is our local newspaper, and that gives recognition to not only to the school but to the faculty member or student because they're in the Anderson Star, and people not only within the city can see what's happening within the school system, but as well as in the county and anywhere in which someone uses or take the Anderson Star, whether it's virtual, they still have that ability to see what is happening here at Anderson High School as well.
I've seen several posts on Facebook about accomplishments for Anderson High School.
That keeps us in the loop.
I would also say our official school newsletter, which is called the Bulldog Chronicle, that goes out to our parents a couple of times during the school year, lists a lot of the accomplishments of not just students, but also faculty, the school in general. So if we have sponsorships, if a particular department has done something innovative, a lot of that is put in the Bulldog Chronicle.
Not only that, but we also use as simple as it may seem, we use our robocall and also our email to make sure that we let parents know about several accomplishments that we have made throughout specific time frame, so.
Yeah, I guess if you're saying effective communication, you do have to have different methods of communication.
You're
So
right.
you talked about virtual robocall for those who are not, subscribers online or on Facebook.
Good. Okay. How does the campus use innovative thinking, risk-taking, or failures as a learning experience to promote the campus vision?
PST.
Most
It
definitely, yeah.
helps students to see what skills they fail to master, as well as gives them skills that they can use within the classroom to ensure that they are able to master the next skill, or if they have a chance to retake that skill, they have a chance to do that. PST gives them the tools not only to master that class, but classes that maybe they are taking that could possibly have some issues struggling, they can use those across all subjects. So PST is a great thing that we use.
And if we're talking about bridging the gap, which is our vision, we're talking about the gap between ACT and grades that they're making in class. I know one thing that we've done is put more resources into preparation for the ACT. And that came in the form of subscriptions to ACT Online Prep, as well as vocabulary.com, to increase the vocabulary range for our students. Because a lot of the reason why they don't perform as well is they don't understand the questions. And so to close that gap, we have to address the fact that they're not using that type of vocabulary at home. So we have to use that higher register with them here at school.
With that, we also use vocabulary.com, which helps to increase their vocabulary on terms that they would see, whether it's on the ACT or in the classroom. So vocabulary.com helps accomplish that as well.
And when we talk about taking risks, one thing that we did that last year and that we learned from as being something that we should not do again is administering the diagnostic ACT to all grade levels. But we realized that it wasn't necessarily beneficial, especially to maybe the senior class. And so, we took that risk and, spending our resources and trying to provide that test for those seniors. And we realized that there might be something that we want to curtail in the future. And so we have just channeled that down to just simply the 10th and 11th graders as far as, providing that diagnostic ACT. And I think that that's something, that shows us how, we definitely have to learn from some of our mistakes. And so,
We do.
Within that, we can maybe say the AP courses, the pre-AP and the AP courses, because some students would not have an understanding how well they would do as far as not in AP or pre-AP, but when they get to college because of the rigor within those classes. So students take the chance of learning the tactics and skills for AP, and sometimes most of them go on to do well in college because they now have a foundation of how to study.
And if I could just add something else for innovative thinking, it's not a new idea, but it's innovative to us the way that we try to implement it, which is this room, our data room. And so we have specialized boards, we have ways to that we can quickly look to see a student's level on the standardized tests that we're using. And so as far as innovation, I think our data room is probably one of the more innovative data rooms that I've seen, and we're going to be using that to bridge the gap.
Okay, good. All right, last question is, what processes are used in improving morale, which moves the campus towards the realization of the campus vision?
let me start off by saying that in our essence in our quest to bridge the gap, it's important that we bridge the gap between our employees. And so we've been given opportunities for fellowship with our employees more than what we normally have in the past. In order for us to build a strong community, we have to have a strong faculty that's going to stand beside each other. And we have had great fellowship opportunities in order to do that. I've enjoyed the food immensely.
With that, we could say the Bulldog committee, the Sunshine Committee, which someone might be sick, someone in their family may have lost a family member. Then we have this committee in which, we send cards, flowers, food, whatever the need be. The Sunshine Committee is there to assist in any way possible.
I would say, as far as improving morale, I would go back to the marigold as well, recognizing teachers for going above and beyond. Also, something that we've discussed in our transformation team meetings, ways that we can kind of streamline things. And I know it doesn't seem like an incentive, but for teachers, it is. If you can streamline something to where I don't feel like I'm doing extra work, but I can see the benefit, that is a morale booster. And so I would definitely say those things that we talk about and try to implement in our transformation team meeting as far as planning, which is our focus for this year, would definitely help to do that.
That just reminded me of the conversation we had yesterday in streamlining our PST forms, so that teachers that will be bogged down with a whole lot of paper, we're trying to move towards more electronic forms.
Right.
So yes,
I can't think of a better way. Yeah, I can't think of a better way to boost morale than to tell someone you're gonna get bang for your buck. You're not gonna have to do as much.
Yeah.
I would be excited.
I think one thing too is that whenever we have faculty meetings, everybody is somewhat celebrated, whoever makes a contribution. And I think that that's important, we're making sure that nobody's contribution is getting left by the wayside or not being recognized. Now, we're trying to make sure we celebrate everything that everybody does. And that's important to a lot of people.